at the beautiful scenery. I had eye surgery yesterday. Unfortunately, due to the medication they put in the needle in my eye, my heart stopped and I almost died.
So after that vegan teacher got the surgery and almost passed away, this is the first thing that she's consuming. At that point you just wish it all would have ended. Welcome back by a new video on my channel. It's your boy GenNot. I hope you all had a relaxed day. So today I'm gonna take a look at something that almost gave me a mental breakdown. I was truly shocked. I was all in panic. So I found out that my waifu, that vegan teacher, almost passed away. She was close to meeting the makers. I don't know who the makers are, but she was close to meeting them. So this video is on her YouTube channel and it's basically titled "The Day After I Almost Passed Away." I cannot say that word because of YouTube, and you already can see that the comment sections are turned off for some reason. I guess she couldn't handle the comments of people trolling her, because if you take a look at all the other videos, I would say 90% of all comments are just trolls and people messing with her because of her history and her being all crazy about veganism and calling people that are not vegan legit the Austrian painter himself.
Good morning from my hospital bed in Italy, where my husband is standing looking out the window.
I feel so jealous that that vegan teacher has a husband. I'm just filled with jealousy at the moment. But I want to say one thing. If that vegan teacher is able to get a man/husband, I think every single one watching this video can get a girlfriend/boyfriend. If someone like that vegan teacher, as crazy as she is able to get a man, well, I think everyone can get a person.
At the beautiful scenery. I had eye surgery yesterday. Unfortunately, due to the medication they put in the needle in my eye, my heart stopped and I almost died.
So after that vegan teacher got the surgery and almost passed away, this is the first thing that she's consuming. At that point you just wish it all would have ended. I'm joking. But having said that, I personally would want something with some protein, especially after you almost passed away. You probably feel pretty weak and she obviously had the surgery. So I definitely wanted something more with protein in it if I was in the same situation. Obviously that vegan teacher is just gonna have her banana, her nuts and all the light stuff, but I feel like if you're in that situation you probably feel really light and dizzy. So the best thing you could do is eat some chicken with some nice eggs and some milk. That's gonna fill you up. Don't make the joke, I already did that. But I don't feel like this is really gonna fill you up. A banana and some nuts. Obviously, I think by itself eating a banana and a cup of nuts is obviously healthy. But I think the best thing she could have done is probably get a cup of eggs plus a banana.
I had to be given emergency atropine, but I'm okay now. Just a bit dizzy, and my head is still numb. My husband ran out to the local grocery store to get us some nuts, banana, and apricots to sustain us, since the breakfast here in Italy was pretty lame. It was essentially too dried up.
Now that vegan teacher is trying to roast Italy, saying they have a shitty breakfast. So everyone that's from Italy, I just know you all have a shitty breakfast. I'm joking. But having said all of this, I just think it's not a nice thing to be saying, especially after they legit saved your life. The doctors in Italy, they legit saved you, and now you're basically shitting on a breakfast. I don't understand that. You could be a little bit more respectful.
Processed pieces of toast. No fruit whatsoever was served. They gave me a cup of tea, but I don't think that soy milk or oat milk are a thing in this hospital.
I mean, I'm not surprised that the hospital doesn't have any soy milk, because the regular cow milk is much more popular in almost every single country in Europe. I know that a lot of people that obviously don't take too well when they drink milk, they obviously get like weird acne, or they get like, I don't know, stomach pain, this and that, especially in Asian countries if I'm correct. But if you go in Europe, almost every single milk product is just gonna be regular cow milk, so I don't think you should be complaining too much, honestly.
They're really behind the times here in Italy. The weather is amazing, and the buildings and everything are so cute, but I wouldn't call them a progressive society.
That is wild to me. Those people in Italy just saved your life if this story is real. and the next thing you do is basically shit on the country and you say it's not progressive just because they are not serving you soy milk or other weird vegan stuff. Because first of all, most people aren't vegans. I need to say that again and again. So don't expect people to be changing everything just because of you, just because you want to be a vegan. I do respect vegans because I do think it's pretty hard to not consume any meat and don't consume any milk products, this and that. And obviously a lot of vegans do take supplements, this and that. I honestly don't know if it's the healthiest thing to do. I know it's definitely good for heart health, but there are definitely downsides as well. That is with every single diet, isn't it?
I was told to get into a wheelchair because they were taking me to see the doctor. After putting burning eye drops into my head, they brought me back to my room and I was told I was okay to go home now. My husband was here the whole time with me. They allowed him to sleep in a chair in the room overnight, which was great. He's a bit camera shy.
I don't know if he's camera shy or he just doesn't want to be associated with you, honestly. And if you take a look at my man's eyes, you can just see the fear. He's definitely pretty scared of this woman. I do think we need to find him some help. I guess, you know, if he finds this video, you can always contact me. I'm gonna save you this and that. And one thing I want to say as well is the fact that, yeah, there are many people that just don't want to be on a camera. They don't feel comfortable with that. And I don't think you should be forcing people to do it. I think it's a right to not be on a camera.
But I told him, come and say hi. So there he is. Thanks so much to all vegan fantastic people who sent me messages telling me they were thinking about me. It's time to go home now and rest. And I know many of you have told me that you think that this was God's revenge for me not believing in him. And yet many people also say that God helped me through this.
She's now involving God into this entire situation. I guess God saved that vegan teacher because God wanted that vegan teacher to spread her message, to be calling people that are non-vegans evil. That is what God wants, because if you take a look at a lot of the videos of that vegan teacher, she's saying such extreme stuff. So I guess God wants a person like that to be spreading the message because it's so important to be hating on non-vegans for some reason.
I have a lot more to say about the subject of God and religion. I've tested God during the time that I was in the operating table and slowly stopping to breathe. That's what you want. But apparently, my work here on Earth is not finished.
Her work on this earth isn't finished. She needs to make more videos hating on non-vegans on YouTube. That is her entire goal. And I think overall, she definitely a little bit damaged the entire image of vegans. If people think about veganism, they probably think about people like that vegan teacher or really extreme vegans that do extreme stuff like she is doing. It's just not overall a good image to have. You obviously have a random normal vegan that is just all chill and doesn't hate non-vegans, but people like that vegan teacher are basically just destroying the entire image of vegans, which is overall just not a good thing. You can honestly make the same argument with like an extreme feminist type that is basically hating all dudes just because they have a thing between their legs. Obviously that's not helping the image of feminism. The same you have with vegans. Obviously the extreme ones are really ruining the image because the average vegan isn't like this. I just want to say that for the people gonna say, oh, you hate vegans, this and that. No, I don't. I think everyone should make the decision of their own. If they want to be vegan, just be vegan. If you don't want to be, don't be. It is your own life. You should make that decision. You're not hurting anyone. The only argument you can make is when you have obviously a vegan that's a parent and now they're forcing the diet on the kids or maybe even sometimes on the dog, which I do think is sad. I've seen videos of dogs getting forced to be eating vegetables. I don't think that's a good idea, but if it's your own life and your own body, I think you should make any decision you want to make on it, honestly, especially if you're an adult. But having said all of this, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, then don't forget to press the like button, helps with the algorithm. And if you want to, go subscribe so you get notified. If you want to, leave a comment. And having said all of this, something I wanna do as well is basically if you have an idea for a next video, leave it in the comment section or maybe go to my Insta